Hi, and welcome to Odyssey of Ascension. This is Roxanne. Thank you for once again for tuning in. Awesome blossom. And it's gorgeous here today. 75 degrees, 80 tomorrow, 83 on Sunday, warm again on, I don't know what it is on Monday. It's like, yes.
We're having beautiful weather.
I love San Antonio.
Yes. Yes, San Antonio is a beautiful place to live.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, let's get busy. Greetings once again to the collective. This is Ocyphius. Bid you all a good day. Excellent. Let's say a note first. That of, let's say, Nick J. That of Duncan K, we believe. And that of Altana Ra. You have submitted questions that we did not cover on what you would call this last Friday. All the other ones are in the next one in a month from now. Those three we can answer personally if you would like that. And how we'll do that is record it on a, what you would understand as MP3 idea, and we'll email you that answer for a personal idea. Or you can let us know by, let's say, emailing Roxy at rswainhart@gmail.com, rswainhart@gmail.com, and let us know which way your preference. Either move it to the next, or we will answer it personally for you, and then of course email you the answer. Let us know. Booyah. And the next idea will be in what you call a month from this last Wednesday's channeling. Stand by, stand by, stand by. Good to be back. Hi everyone, Sylvester. All right, here we go. We had a really interesting question that came into Roxy's awareness by a girl named May. And we thought we would elaborate on this, and we're going to answer that question, May, personally, in the same fashion we spoke of about giving you a direct personal answer. Well, we're going to take the subject, direct personal answer, and email it to you. Thank you. And we want to take the subject and expand on that and give you some ideas about walk-ins. Alright, so we're going to talk about walk-ins. And Roxy had this awareness probably about 2 years ago through the idea. Never really followed it up, no reason to. It's not in her probable idea blueprint, but it is in your guys' probable blueprint. A lot of you, not all of you. And so let's explain what a walk-in is from our perspective. You set up a probability where you are a fractal. Your essence, your isness, your I am, fractalizes upon Earth. And then you're enjoying the ride, and maybe it gets to a certain point to where you understand the first half of your life, and you're done. Yet the fractal wants to go on. That kind of idea. So it gets a new energy source. You physically leave in that idea of energy, and you do not plug into that idea body anymore. So it doesn't move and react to the understanding of itself. And you get a new walk-in that replaces the energy. So if I'm a mannequin, and a mannequin is just a bodysuit, and it sits perfectly still until I choose to energize it. So Roxy's a mannequin. This is nothing here except the body that's energized, and now all of a sudden it moves, and the mannequin becomes alive because of Roxy's energy. Her higher self's energy, giving the experience of living in 3D through the idea of body, i.e. mannequin, in that frame of mind, if you will. Now, Roxy chooses to leave, and here's a walk-in. It's set up in a blueprint idea before you guys come down as a probability if the individual singularity chooses. Now there's several ways you can choose this. You can choose this because you're sick of the frickin' ride. You don't want to, let's say, exit by self-exiting, suicide. You don't want to idealize, let's say, live the entire life. Maybe you just want to experience infancy to teenager. And then the Walkin comes in, takes over, and does its thing. And that experience goes to that idea fractal. Better. Now, here's where it gets a little sticky. What happens to the personality of that fractal? So we're going to keep using Roxy here. So Roxy's a personality according to the individual singularity of the experience of her higher self. That's it. Okay? She is her own free will. Therefore, this body will be that. This personality will be that according to the idea of the energizing source, her higher self fractal, according to the free will of the fractal. And then, poof, if Roxy decides to leave, the next person comes in, and it's going to be from that person's perspective, that idea fractal individual singularity's perspective. So you will get another version of those people. Now, some people get to notice, wow, you've really changed. There's still similarities, but you feel something completely different. It's going to act within the construct of the belief systems right at the beginning, almost as if it never happened, but it did. And as time moves, then the individual free will choice is separate because the individual reality behind it, making those free will choices, the individual subjective reality is a better way to say it, making those choices is going to change that mannequin. And it's going to be a different person. Maybe after that, you make a co-creation, or another scenario rather, you make a co-creation. I'm going to take the first half of this life, and how about you take the second half? And that person says, perfect, because I don't want to do the infancy thing. I'd rather do middle age to old age and experience that part. Or you can have 3 walk-ins on one mannequin, or 5 walk-ins on one mannequin. There's no limitation. It's all co-creation and stuff like that. Now, the idea of why you want to leave, okay? If you want to leave because you're not tired, or you're not, no, that's not right. You're tired of the game, you're upset at the game, and you keep coming back and remembering the game, means you didn't leave. So just know that you're choosing that, okay? When you get upset, frustrated, and you want to leave the game, and you don't, know it's you, not somebody else. Okay? You may have a probability, you may have a probability of having a walk-in come in, but it's not going to be an experience of dying. It's just you done, and then you remember as the same way you remember when you wake up every night to yourself up there. You don't experience death because when you fall asleep, your conscious self idealizes here, and then you constant shift up to the higher self idea, and in that constant shift you remember instantly, like it's, you know, like you've been watching the game, which you are the whole time, through the idea of the conscious self. Now, the conscious self that chooses to leave and go back up here is just going to wake up instantaneously, like, oh, okay, my journey's done. And then you know everything about it. It's not anything dramatic. It's not the waking up process as if exiting through deamination, or what you guys call death, whatever you want to call it. So know that's all a process of individuals that set it up. Walk-ins are noticeable in some ideas. People shift and they become a completely different person in a few nows. And you're like, what? Changed? Everything. Bless you.
Thank you.
Big changes, things like that, okay? Now, if you think you have a walk-in probability, you'll know it the instant it happens. You may have feelings or intuitions about it, kind of like a knowing, and it's a possibility. And you guys can choose or not. If you're enjoying the ride, then know that you're not going to leave. If you're not enjoying the ride, and you keep waking up in repetition right back here on Earth, then know you're not going to leave. until you know you're ready to leave. And then maybe, if that probability, when you're absolutely, that probability will play out. If you're absolutely okay with being here, you gotta have, it's like, okay, I did it all, I'm good. And then poof, you're gone. And then here comes the walk-in. The walk-in gets the memory of you and all of your experiences in that idea, and it understands from the memory given in the moment, another asset of that, and then it becomes that, and like it never was not that on Earth. It's a completely blank slate with the memory of the experiences of, let's say, Roxy from 0 until this now, or another fractal. All of those other fractals, parallel selves, it can choose any one of them, or they can choose as well. So, but if it is you, know that you are not going to be there, and you'll know you're not there, and the other person completely forgets, but only given the memory of the entire experience in time of the fractal. The parents, the schools, the environment, the happenings of their life, everything falls right into place as if it was always there. Then the free will choice starts to play out, and then you might notice shifts in people. That kind of idea. What's the matter, David?
He's tired.
He's tired.
I'm hungry.
Well, that did it, didn't it? Little yum yum. What do you guys call it now? Num num? Yum num? Yum num?
Milk.
Milk? Cute. Awesome. So, we're going to still answer Maid personally. But know if you are mad at the game, you came here to understand you don't need to be mad at the game. You came here to see from the perspective that everything is love. Everything. 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 And as long as you distort it and it causes you mad, frustration, wanting to leave, I need to escape, then that's the reason why you came here. So came here. So you're right there, dead nuts in the middle of the game, at the point of why truly you came here to experience the limitation that keeps humanity limited. Anger, frustration, judgment, separation, all of it. You came here to experience limitation in its idea of fullness. And then waking up to that is the free will choice to shift it within the individual singularity. You. That kind of idea. So rock and roll with your world in that idea, and if a walk-in happens to you, you'll know it after you leave. If you feel it, it might be a probability. But don't use it in the aspects of a way out. That's it. A fail-safe. A net. In case you fall off the tightrope. Okay? Know they do happen, and that's pretty much it on that. But we wanted to give that because there were some ideas about that recently. But I don't think really any of you want to leave the game right now because it's just starting to get fucking epic. I mean, it is shifting so awesome. You can see it all out there. See what's going on. You can see the changes. You can feel your whole reality bubbles are starting to change. People are acting different around you. Things just so more and more synchronistically are falling into place. Tiny little miracles are popping up all over the place, and you just don't have to do anything. I mean, how cool is that? You get to go along for the ride and everything comes to you. And all you can do is play with the toy that's presented to you. Unwrap that gift and see what it does for you. Simple. What else? That's it on Walkins. Next Q&A, yeah. You want to bring them in? Alright, this is a request. Request for Tracy. Not really a request. Actually, she didn't know she requested this. But, surprise. Alright guys, I'm going to head out. Stand by. And greetings to the collective. This is once again that of Elon. We haven't shown up anywhere around Earth in a while, so we thought we'd just come in and say hi. there was an energetic source that I was channeled through at one time, and also being channeled in the future now by others of you, and as well as this space-time now. And that from the Essassani civilization, many of us are out there being channeled in these wonderful little pockets around here and around there and that kind of idea. And we most certainly appreciate your impartations, your idea energy, giving us life. And of course, we are in honor of you for being part of the hybridization program to create us. We are existing once again, that of humanity, because of you. Now, that in our world is awesome. We appreciate it once again. Now, going forward with the idea of our co-creation with humanity, it will become in a way of more and more prevalent activity upon your Earth. We will have, let's say, ships. We will have more and more Essassani civilization entities being channeled. We will have that of small pockets of what you would call interaction in the physical and in that of dream state. It will be more in the vibration of lucid dreaming is your best, let's say, translation. Let's keep it at that. So we would ask that of humanity to put out the triangle in your mind and call upon us if you are interested. We are most certainly interested in you because you are our idea for fathers and mothers, of course. Now, going forward from this idea, each individual experiencing us in that co-creation way will have an impartation that will benefit that of humanity in their own particular way. Not all of humanity as in getting it out there and preaching it, of course not. We are talking more in the fashion of creating your bubble through the information that we offer. Taking that, coalescing it, as that of Roxy says quite often, and bringing it forth in the beauty of fragrance. That of a wonderful smell, so people can smell you in that beautiful way and have an interest in admiring your light in that way. And then whatever you have to offer in that moment of co-creation will occur if you always, and most certainly you will, follow your heart, speak your joy, and become that of a light bearer upon that of humanity as this idea ascension continues. Now, the next idea is, let's say, we shall say, interaction in the physical. Now, if it is slated for you as a blueprint probability, then you know it. Don't try to know it. Don't try to make it happen, because then you will only be met by the wonderful perfect mirror with the ideas of trying until you push up daisies. So, if you know it, let it go, and know that the telltale clues of that interaction is on the cusp of your reality, and that idea will come in its perfect, what you call natural timing. Forced timing is always skewed and takes you off of your track to your complete happiness. Now, those interactions will be small, and they will start in comfortable ways. We're just not going to pop in and appear physically and say hello without you being used to the idea. We do not want you to mess your pants, if you will. We want you to be okay with the vibration that we offer, so we will give you clues to that idea, and those clues will be a knowing within you. There is now the trust factor that is now becoming more prevalent to all of the awake. You are shifting your trust to the kingdom within. You are shifting your trust to only what is needed, that of your reality, yourself, your isness, your I am, to be that and go forward and know that the tinglings of our arrival in those individual singularity worlds will happen to those who know. Again, don't force it. If you have not chosen that idea, know that you have not chosen that idea. and know that there are other probabilities for you to play out that are most beneficial to the happiness of the individual that you are. So, this is Elon from the Essassani civilization. This is all we have for this space-time now.
You press the wand with your foot.
My
Sorry.
goodness. It is okay. Now, we are done. Call on the triangle. Know that you are part of the Essassani civilization in one fashion, either in co-creation or that in a future self. It matters not. You have and trust your inside. And that's all there is. I bid you a good day. Wonderful. Nice surprise. Thank you so much. That of Elon and that of Sylvester. All right. We are done with our impartation in this space-time now. It has been an honor once again, humanity, and just keep rocking that world. You are doing, let's say, no, even better is you're kicking ass. Booyah. I bid you a good day. My darling. Cool.
I didn't even realize
It
it
has
was
been a
there.
while since I had that. That Essassani. Oh, that was so fun. Hi again. The camera got cut off real quick, so I just wanted to come back and say thank you guys so much. I love you, and we'll see you in the next now. Bye. That was cute.